See if you can get back in, but we're going green here momentarily. And they're away. Mebby on the pole, looking to get a nose in front of his teammate. Oh, they almost came contact. Here comes McSinden up the inside. Sliding up the track. Mebby has got it, but no. They're side by side. Here comes Forza Alonso looking to the inside of El Majaco. McSinden's going to get the lead. Mebby to second. Oh, that has some serious championship implications as El Majaco fighting around the Haas of Forza Alonso right there. Oh my gosh, but he's off. El Majaco went off. He is back to 6th place now. One of the Ferraris looking to the inside of him as well. Brian Mosser glitching there. One of the McLarens at least. McSinden out front. Mebby in second. Forza Alonso third.
What are you talking
It's the Formula One race.
Why?
That looks to be Nick Dahi in fourth, right behind the Haas. Nick Dahi, yeah, he's in fourth. That's Ian's favorite driver, Nick Dahi, running fourth in the Red Bull. One of the Manners up there in fifth. No way that's Clogmonger. Ooh, we got one car off in the back. Not sure who that is.
It looked like one of the McLarens, but he was ghosted in the middle of the track, so I'm not sure if that was real.
That is HSVDT, who was spun off course there. So problems for him early on. Looks like problems for Aaron Webb, too. He is running 9th. Okay, this is completely screwed up. It's not in order.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it did look like that may be two different issues with HS, or would that be Brian if HS is up in? Let me see.
Oh wow, they're crashing in the middle of the pack here. El Majaco's made his way back to 5th. It was Clogmonger. Serious
lag out of one of the McLarens too. Huge jump on my screen.
We've seen that a couple of times so far. The McLaren, and they had issues last time as well. How in the world did Clogmonger go from last to 6th? And he was higher than that. He went off track. Unbelievable start for Clogmonger. We're trying to keep an eye on the front of the field because these guys are really battling it out to start this race off. Forza Alonso has been able to gap Nick Dahi there. Dahi was right on the rear wing, and you can see Mebby right on the rear wing of his teammate for the league. McSinden was able to get the lead off the start. And now, Mebby really trying to run him down. It looks so strange with those super softs on the car. Forza Alonso now creeping up behind him. So, what do you think here, Hoodius? Now, Mebby has been driving without a teammate all season, and now he finally has a full-time teammate, and McSinden throws it into turn 1 and takes the lead away from him. He's not happy about that, surely.
Well, granted, this is the first time as teammates. This is definitely not their first race against each other, so he knows McSinden's race style. Not exactly shocking that he would do it. Not that he's a dangerous driver, but he's willing to take that 1-inch gap. So I don't think Mebby's sweating it right now. He wants to get into a groove. He knows Forza's behind him, Majaco's behind him. That's the big thing. And just go ahead and play out the rest of this race.
Championship implications looking good for him right now. And here comes Forza Alonso up the inside, though. He had this toe. Mebby is going to try to over-under him here, and it's not going to work out. Push Mebby to 3rd, and Forza Alonso to 2nd place in this race.
We may have had some contact that we missed. We got Ditch Witch and HSVDT, 19th and 20th right now, both in the back of the pack.
Yeah, that is something went wrong with Ditch Witch for sure. We know HSVDT was off there for a moment. All of these guys clicking in the fastest laps of the race at the front of the field. Nick Dahi was the one that landed with it because he has the toe from the 3 drivers in front of him. Now Dahi is looking to get around Mebby for 3rd, and El Majaco's trying to run these guys back down after that first lap incident that he had with his off track as well. So a good recovery from Majaco, the lone Mercedes in this field now that Dubsy has moved on to brighter CSGO things. I'm wondering here, Hoodius, how hard does Mebby push here? What is he thinking as far as pit strategy goes? I would really love to have some numbers coming off of these cars on how quickly those tires are wearing out. But we know the rain is going to hold on to them pretty well. I mean, it's going to help tire wear. And is he thinking, well, do I risk a pass here in the wet, or should I try and make the pass in the pits?
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows that Forza is pushing also. Maybe he just tucks back, lets Forza clear the way for him. And that's how he'll get around McSend and then try to find an opening after that.
Well, he's definitely made that problem bigger because as you were speaking, Mebby had a half spin. He ghosted out, which was good. It allowed Nick Dahi to drive through him. Otherwise, we would have had an incident there. Whoa, one of the Renaults off. Not sure if that's Cooper Sonic or what, but he went straight to the wall. Cooper Sonic has retired from this session.
We got issues with Clogmonger. Clogmonger and J-Rod racing for position. Looks like coming out of the final turn to the straight. Clog had a little wheel spin there, just couldn't collect it, and just looks like a broken wing now.
So move J-Rod to 8th and Clogmonger. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was...
Mebby in the pits.
Yeah, Mebby has already come into the pits. I don't know if he got some damage off of that deal or what. And I'm guessing Cooper Sonic ended up with a... I'm thinking that looked like a controller issue. Maybe his controller died. He went straight off the track into the barrier. So Cooper Sonic out. Mebby, we saw the spin there. This is, wow, Aaron Webb has moved his way back to 5th. That is a fantastic run there. You can see K-Dog in 9th. We're going to see where Mebby comes out because we're trying to keep track of the championship competitors. 18th.
Now, this might actually, depending on his strategy, now, after the fact, we saw the spin and whatnot with Mebby. He probably had just an ill-handling car. So maybe part of the reason going in is he feels like these set of tires can make it the rest of the way and make a wing adjustment change. Try to get more grip. Maybe that's his thinking behind it.
You know, that's interesting because he would have to start on the wing adjustments that he ran in qualifying, correct?
Correct. That is correct.
You are talking about a car that was set up for low downforce in the dry. Now he is able to make adjustments to those wings, put more downforce on the car, and he is going to have more laps in a wet weather configuration. That could make a significant difference going forward. That's really interesting. Now look at this. We've got a race for the lead. McSendit trying to hold off Forza Alonso. Alonso with the toe down into that hairpin corner. Unable to make the move this time, but he is so close that we might see a move coming up shortly. Now, DRS zones are not enabled for wet weather racing. Am I correct?
That is correct.
So we will not see the advantages of DRS, but there are a couple of straightaways long enough to give you a significant tow, giving the car behind an advantage in this situation. But also, like we said, these cars have dry weather setups on them, and the guys that get into the pits first are going to be able to change that a little bit to give yourself a little more downforce. It's going to be interesting to track Mebby and see what kind of laps he can turn in comparison to these guys up front.
Well, Mebby's about to cross the line. We go to the race director here, I'll tell you.
He was, that might have been his first lap out, wasn't it? So he came out of the pits and was able to get going. We might have to check and see what this next lap is. But we are watching the battle up front between McSendit and Forza Alonso. It's super tight right now. Very, very tight. And we're getting ready to come up to the longest straightaway in Formula One.
Also, too, wow, we've had several stop-and-go penalties for exceeding track limits. Guys just sliding through certain parts of the track. Mebby was one of them.
Mebby was one of them. Well, there you go. There you go. Serving that penalty, getting into the pits quickly, getting the new tires on, getting the wing changes. Here we go. Forza Alonso for the lead. He's going to go to the outside as a McSendit protecting that inside lane. They are side by side going into the hairpin. McSendit, a little bit of contact, nothing to be worried about there. But now Forza Alonso has the preferred line going into the final corner. Will he be able to make this pass stick? McSendit hanging tough. They're still side by side on the front stretch. It looks like Forza Alonso is going to be able to tuck right in front of him. McSendit, let's see if he can get a little bit of a draft. Not going to happen. Move him to the lead. Forza Alonso out front in this race with the points leader, mid-pack Hoodius. This is looking to be a huge race when it comes to this championship.
Indeed. And just an update on a channel favorite, K-Dog, just